week 2 of Concrete and Cranes VBS at Home. I'm coming to you from my house this week, and I am kicking off week 2, which is Foundation of Forgiveness. We're going to begin with our Bible story. So if you want to open up your Bibles, we're going to read from the book of Acts, which is in the New Testament. So if you want to find that with me, we're going to flip to the back of our Bibles, and we're going to start with Acts 26, and we're reading verses 1 through 29. So go ahead and flip there with me. We're going to read about Paul, who is in prison, and he is speaking in defense of himself, and he is pleading to two other people who are Governor Festus and King Agrippa. One thing that you need to know about Paul is when he was given an opportunity to speak, he took full advantage of that. And you're going to see exactly what I mean when we get into our story. So here we go. Acts 26, verses 1 through 29, focusing on forgiveness. Agrippa said to Paul, "You may now speak to defend yourself." Paul raised his hand and began to speak. He said, "King Agrippa, I will answer to all of the charges that the Jews make against me. I think it is a blessing that I can stand here before you today. I'm very happy to talk to you because you know so much about all the Jewish customs and the things that the Jews argue about. Please listen to me patiently. All the Jews know about my whole life. They know that the way that I've lived from the beginning of my own in my country and later in Jerusalem. They have known me for a long time, and if they want to, they can tell you I was a good Pharisee, and that Pharisees obey the laws of the Jewish religion more carefully than any other group. But now I am on trial because I hope for the promise that God made to our ancestors. This is the promise that the 12 tribes of our people hope to receive. For this hope, the Jews serve God day and night. My king, the Jews have accused me because I hope for this same promise. Why do any of you think that it is impossible for God to raise people from death? I too thought I ought to do many things against Jesus from Nazareth, and in Jerusalem I did many things against God's people. The leading priests gave me the power to put many of them in jail. When they were being killed, I agreed that it was a good thing. In every synagogue, I punished them. I tried to make them say evil things against Jesus. I was so angry against them that I even went to other cities to find them and punish them. One time, the leading priest gave me permission and power to go to Damascus. And on the way there at noon, I saw a light from heaven. The light was brighter than the sun. It flashed all around me and the men who were traveling with me. We all fell to the ground. And then I heard a voice speaking in the Jewish language. The voice said, "Saul, Saul, why are you doing things against me? You are only hurting yourself by fighting me." And then I said, "Who are you, Lord?" And the Lord answered, "I am Jesus, the one you were trying to hurt. Stand up. I have chosen you to be my servant. You will be my witness. You will tell people the things that you have seen and all the things that I will show you. This is why I have come to you today. I will not let your own people hurt you, and I will keep you safe. These are the people that I am sending to you. I send them to you to open their eyes, that they may turn away from darkness into light. I send you that they may turn away from Satan and turn to God. Then their sins can be forgiven, and they can have a place with those people who have been made holy by believing in me. King Agrippa, after I had this vision from heaven, I obeyed it. I began telling people that they should change their hearts and lives and turn to God. I told them to do things to show that they had really changed. First, I told those in Damascus, and then in Jerusalem, and then in every part of Judea. This is why the Jews took me and are trying to kill me. But God helped me, and he is still helping me today. With God's help, I am standing here telling people what I have seen. But I'm saying nothing new. I am only saying what Moses and the prophets said would happen. They said that Christ would die and he would be the first to rise from death. They said that Christ would bring light to the Jewish and non-Jewish. At this point, Festus interrupted him. You are out of your mind, Paul. Your great learning is driving you insane. I am not insane, Paul replied back. What I am saying is true and reasonable. Then Agrippa said to Paul, do you think that in such a short time you can actually persuade me to be a Christian? And Paul said, short or long, I pray that not only you, but all who are listening to me become what I am, except for the chains I'm wearing. So I know it was a little bit of a longer story than we typically read together, but this one has a lot of importance around the understanding of forgiveness and what kind of power forgiveness holds. In this story, Paul had done a lot of things in his past that he was not proud of, and he admitted to doing some wrong things and treating people unfairly. But regardless of his sin, Jesus chose to forgive him. And regardless of our sin, Jesus chooses to forgive us. So this week, as you guys continue to study and work at home, we've got some craft ideas for you that I want to show you. One craft idea, so we're making lanterns this week. And one craft idea can just be a paper or styrofoam cup that you have at home. And you can poke some holes in your cup and then place a tea light candle down inside. And when the light shines through the holes, it is going to symbolize or represent the light that shone down on Paul when he was on the road in Damascus. So this is option one. You can color and decorate the outside of the cup. Option two is going to need a little bit of assistance. So depending on your age and help at home, this is just a tin can that soup was in for our dinner one night last week that I saved. And this is going to be where you kind of decorate the outside. Might need some paper. And on this I wrote, Christ is our light. Poking holes in this is going to need some help from an adult. But this could be something that you use as a lantern and actually keep it and put it outside because it can stand out to the weather. Okay? And then you also have in your VBS bags that we prepared and delivered to you, you have a tool belt too. So that is another option that is already copied and in your packets for you that you guys can color, cut out, and paste and kind of make your own tool belt this week. Your snack idea this week is a snack mix, one that you can buy or you can make from home. And they said that you could even put it in a brown paper bag that we provided for you in your VBS bag, and it could be like something that you purchased from the hardware store, since we are talking about concrete and cranes this week in VBS. So thank you again for all of your efforts. I know you guys are putting in a lot of work and time at home, and we appreciate that. So have a wonderful week too, and we'll see you again real soon. Take care.